everybody, I'm Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher, and today is Flosstube number 24. I wrote it down, I'm pretty certain it's 24. But I also wrote that down like a week ago, so I'm trying something new, like actually writing down notes so that I can keep track of things in between videos. It's really not just in between videos. I've been delving back into like the core of bullet journaling and actually taking a course that is written and presented and everything by Rydell Carroll, the originator, developer, mastermind behind bullet journaling. And I really love it because you really get to know his intention and to see some of the developments that have happened over the years based on the community and everything. Anyway, I've been using the bullet journal in a more deliberate way, I was going to say all intensively, but that's the wrong word. Just all around. I don't know. Words. Okay. So, I'm a little bit sick. I've got a cold, and it's kind of driving me crazy because I feel like I was just sick. It was like the beginning of September. I got a cold that developed into bronchitis. I've been taking precautions this time, so I'm really hoping that this cold does not develop into bronchitis because on Sunday I'm supposed to, it's our first chorale performance, and while my primary job is accompanying on the piano, there is one song, it's an a cappella trio, and I'm singing in that one. So there's actually two of the three right now. We're struggling with some like congestion, and the other lady, she's got like some throat problems. Anyway, we may or may not be singing on Sunday that particular song. But so long as I can play, like, I don't have a backup pianist. So I will have like that scattered sickness brain going on here and I have so many things to show. Yeah, I got a lot of things to show here today. And I will probably talk a lot about all of them because that's what we're gonna do. That's what we do. And this needs to come off. Okay. I'm going to start by showing this. Since my bats came down, I was feeling the lack of something seasonal. This actually hangs on my front door before this video. I pulled it in here so I could show you it. I made this several years ago. I don't know. It was after my daughter was born, but it's probably been close to like 8, 9, 10 years, something like that. It's a crochet wreath. The back just looks like this. This needs reattached, and better, I need to attach it up here. But I took all the elements. It was inspired by Attic 24, where I get a lot of my blanket patterns from. So this is inspired from her, but I just found lots of little different, like these are holly leaves, we've got little balls, we've got snowflakes, stars, like these pom-pom thingies. Look at those leaves. I love how they curl up. These are just really dark green. Oh, there we go. Just a dark green. And stockings. The stockings are so cute. And there's my polar bear. And yes, he's only attached on his back paws. But he sits in my door, so it's okay. And my polar bear, he's so cute. Look at his little tail, which you can't even see because, you know, he's against the door. So this was fun to do. I just went out and found a lot of different patterns. I had yarn. I think I just used yarn that I already had. I don't think I bought anything specific. And the back I just striped it. I don't know. I was just using up yarn, so it was going to be covered. You were barely going to see it, but it was just some of the yarns that I used in the pattern. Oh, I need to just hang this back up now. Yep. I always look forward to bringing him out every year. Actually, my daughter does it now. She really likes switching out into the winter wreath. Okay. I'm sorry, my puppy is whining a little bit. I'm not sure why she came in here with me because she always decides while I'm filming that she has great needs if she is in here with me. Okay. The other Christmas craft thing that I've made in the past, I made a nativity set. And I was trying to remember when I made this, and I feel like I might have been pregnant with Kaylin when I made it. She is a December, her birthday is next week, everybody. She's going to be 13. So I feel like I made this when I was pregnant with her, but I don't remember. She could have already been born. But that doesn't seem right because of the places I remember stitching this. So it had to have been before she was born. So that's how long ago it's been since I made these. But it is a nativity set by Janlyn. Pretty sure that you can still get it. I think it's Janlyn. Somebody just showed this in a Flosstube recently. I can't remember who. Megan? Stitching Moon, I think, maybe? Okay, let me just pull them up. Okay. So you've got baby Jesus. And Mary. There's Joseph. Here's Joseph. Joseph. The only thing I can really say about these have held up really well, although my daughter doesn't often, like, when she was little, she's obviously much older now, but even when she was little, or like when I had nieces over or something, they got handled, but nobody was very rough with them. But I will say I didn't weight the tall ones enough. Like, this is not a very big base, and I didn't weight it enough. So they stand, but sometimes the tall ones will fall over. Let's see. We have the angel. We have the shepherd boy. And the sheep. I haven't put this out yet this year because I knew I was going to show them. We've got the cow or ox, whatever bovine animal this is. And the wise men. Oh. There's one. I like the wise men are all different heights. And their camel. I love this camel. And the donkey. So those all will get put out now. Like I said, they've held up very well over the years. I put them out every year. There's a silver sparkly cloth that they go on. This one. I don't know, it's just something I had and it became a thing. And then I usually grab like a small container, stick it upside down, just not a very tall one, and then set the angel on top of that. So the container, the cloth goes over the container so you don't see the container, but it gives the angel kind of something taller to stand on, so it's over, just over a little bit the rest of the characters. Figures. There we go. We're going great today. Okay, let's show projects now. Let me open this just to make sure. Okay. Projects. So my daughter actually did not cross stitch, but because you guys like to know what she does do, she's been crocheting. And I asked her if I could show these. She's been crocheting lately. And what she first did were these I don't know if she's calling them arm warmers, because I feel like they're more of a fashion accessory for her. But it's just something, so she has a Pinterest board filled with ideas, but then she's just making it up as she goes. So she's not actually following any pattern for these. She knows how to crochet. I taught her a while back. I'm gonna put these on so you can see what they're like. But she was very, very proud. Ta-da! So they go up past my elbows here, and then she made this little loop to keep them hooked. So that is one thing that she made. And then this other thing she just finished last night, I think. She made this bag. Again, she just had inspiration photos and she came up with it on her own. The front and the back are the same. She even made this moon. She made that up. And these are little beads. Same thing on that. She just crocheted and figured out how to make the curve that she wanted and that it would fit the square like she wanted it to. She made this top. She made the straps. She curved it. So, let's see. This is a black background, but this is a dark blue. I don't think it's translating very well. Maybe there. And then these are the same color, the same kind of cream. That's also the same cream. So that's what she's been up to lately. And I just saw right before I was filming that she's making something else. I have no idea what she's making, but she is already on to another project. I think she's really liking the crochet because she's been watching K-dramas and crocheting. So just like how I will often stitch while watching something, that's what she's been doing. So I can't tell you what she's working on because I have no idea. It looked like a dark color yarn, but I didn't even like ask her what she was working on. Okay, time for my projects now. I have 2 finishes since my last video. And you probably already know what these are, or can guess what they are. But here's November, Calendar Girls. I am so pleased with how the cream is showing up. When you're stitching it, the color is really close to the fabric color. So you're like, yeah, it's gonna look different, but it's really not until you get all the surrounding colors in that you can see just how well that cream shows up. Let's see, what is this? You've got like these birds, you've got the pie, and the tricolor letters. It's the only chart that has that tricolor. And then, when did I finish that? I finished it on December 1st. These are all done on a 28 count linen French country latte. They are all done, because here's December. I'm in love with this red. Oh, puppy, it's okay. And then you can kind of see the little, like, snow, I think is what those are. Hold on one moment. Puppy is not in here any longer. Alright, so December. Down here you can see that there's like some snow on the ground. That's really fun. She's got tall boots. So I stitched this in like 5 days. Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 days. I started it for Stitch Mania and had gotten December done. Just the letters, nothing else. And then in the 4 days, December, let's see, if I finished November, December 1st, then I would have started this December 2nd. And I finished it on December 5th. Yes, the 5th. So with that, the entire Calendar Girl series is finished. So I pulled them all out so we can look at them together. I don't know how we're going to finish this yet. Possibly a flat fold, possibly something magnetic. I'm not sure yet. It's probably going to be something that can be interchanged very, very easily, but I don't think it's going to be a frame. All right, so January, which was stitched a long time ago. These, by the way, Kaylin chose them. So this would have been, I think 2017 sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. And I asked Kaylin if there was anything that she would love being stitched, and she actually really liked this series. And in 2017, she was like 8 years old. Turning 8, so she was 7? I don't know, that's math that I can't do right now. Anyway, so I did January and February in 2017, and then I didn't do anything else until this year, and I did all the remaining 10 this year. So January, we've got the cardinal, we've got the kitty cat. I forgot that she was also in a coat with tall boots. So that's fun to see that. February. These are by Little House Needleworks. March. April, May, June, July, August, September. Where's October? Oh, I think I know where October is. She's in a different place. There we go. October. November. December. One thing that's really nice about this series is that they use a lot of the same colors throughout the whole 12 months. A lot of them anyway, not necessarily all of them. Like some of them you saw purples, and in other ones there's definitely no purple, but there were lots that were like the same colors, and the symbol in the pattern was the same across all 12. And so, you know, you got to know real well what 712 was, which is the cream color, because that's in like all of them. Or 950 with the skin or something. Like, you just got to know those the key, the symbol, there we go, the symbol very well over the course of all of them. I liked that. I don't know if that's how other designers do that, but, or series or something. I don't know. I have where am I putting things? Oh dear. I'm organized, but just barely. I'm scatteredly organized. All right, Queen of the Night by Josephine Wall, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So this is not where I want it to be at this time of the year, but I'm trying to let go of that a little bit. That's where I'm at. Where's the... This is 25 count, easy count. It is 2/1, tent stitch. And I've been working on like this page right here, which comes down to like about here is the bottom of the page, I think. So I've just been working through and filling all of that in. You can't really tell, but there is some Kreinik in here, Kreinik, in the light part of the wings. Not a ton, but a little bit. It looks so good though, as it's getting done. I'm debating on what to do about this for this month, because I've got about 2,200 stitches still until I was going to go to my full coverage Christmas piece. And that one, I have about 4,000 stitches to do before the end of the year to meet like an end of year goal on that one. It's the only full coverage piece that had an end of year goal that has not been reached yet. So I really, really want to do that one. But do I skip ahead and do that? Or do I come back here and meet this goal before switching over to that one? because once I finish on Father Christmas, this one is the one that's going to come out again. So I'm not sure yet. Oh, this I've put in almost 3,000 stitches since the last time. So the last 2 weeks. It's at 28.56%. I probably should just spend a good, you know, I could do it in 2 days if I really wanted to. But maybe 3 or 4 days would be more. We'll see. I've been a little obsessed about the project I'm going to show you next. And I don't need to be that obsessed on that project, so maybe I could take some of the attention from that project and put it into this one. That project is my temperature piece, Temperature Library by Christy's Corner Needle on Etsy. She has charted another bookshelf for 2023 that has like highs and lows in it as well. This one is just one color, but she has another one charted for highs and lows. She also has other temperature patterns that are really cool looking. So you can check out her patterns if you're looking for a temperature one. There's a lot out there though, so just take a look if you're interested. Now's a good time to look to see if there's one so that you can be ready for next year. So, I have put in a lot of stitches on this. However, okay, I will love you enough to take this off. Okay, now, yes. I'll show it to you this way. I think I was on this shelf that's hidden. The last video. It looks reddish like that and like this, red and orange, but it's right where you can't see it. So I filled in all of this down here. This is November. So December is the only one that's left. And we're in December, so that's exciting. And then I came back up here. And the top part is why I've been so obsessed about this. So now what I'm doing is I'm filling in all the little tchotchkes that I want, and I'm backstitching between the books, which doesn't take long at all. February I've backstitched this portion, but not any of this portion. So February is not quite finished, but I started from the top and I put in this cat. This is a hanging plant and a little turtle I stuck up there. So cute. I put in a spyglass and then the candles. This is a hanging bat, which once I finished stitching it, my daughter called this, she asked me why I had a Darth Vader screwdriver in here. But many of you on Instagram understood that it was a bat, so I was thinking maybe I should frog it and then take out one row right here in the middle so that it looks like it's hanging instead of touching the shelf there. And then this rose. So far, this rose is the only thing that is charted in this pattern. So if you look, your pattern will come with all of these little like tchotchkes things and pictures. Knickknacks is what she calls them. But she has 2 expansion packs where you can choose your own things. That's very descriptive, Suki. All right, knick-knack pack, expansion pack number 1 and number 2. So if you buy just the chart, you're going to get these knickknacks. And you can chart it just like that, and they look fantastic. I just knew that I was going to want to personalize it, and so I got both of the expansion packs. And it's really cool. These ones are little. They're meant to go in little spaces. And then, you know, you've got the bigger spaces. You've got wider ones. You've got, these are meant to go, like, on top of the bookshelf. It might be a smart idea for you, if you're going to take this project on, to think about your knickknacks ahead of time. Because if you were going to do something like this, you'd be replacing some of your stitching with something like that. So, let me see. I'll show you what I did from the expansion packs. Okay, so I did the hanging plant first. You can see you can do one or the other, depending on which side of the bookshelf you needed it to hang on. The turtle is from the second pack. He's right there. I actually changed the color of the hanging plant because the green of the leaves was the same as the green of the turtle shell, the darker green. And since I was putting them right next to each other, I didn't want it to be. So I changed it very, very slightly. I just used, it's very slightly different. You can kind of tell. I changed the color of the pot as well. I didn't like the charted color, and so I just changed it. What else did I do? Oh, the cat. The cat is a tortoise calico cat right here. And the second one, the spyglass is here. It's on the first one. The bat is this one. They do have other bats. I really liked the hanging bat. And yes, it's in February. The reason it's in February is, well, one, it fit that space perfectly, but also there was one year, so you know how I have my origami bats. One year they were hanging downstairs and like across, it wrapped around several walls. It looked really cool. But then there was this one bat that was hanging like upside down at the end. It was like at the very tail end of this like swoop of bats. And when bats were getting taken down, that bat got forgotten and it stayed up year round. We just said that it fell asleep. It was hibernating and got lost from its mates and just stayed sleeping. Anyway, so that is why the bat is in February. The rose is as charted in this pattern. So other ones that I'm thinking of doing. Oh no, I forgot. Let me the candles right here. So that I took the tray from this one and made it bigger. And then I took kind of the candles from here, but also made them bigger. And then I made them neutral colored because I like neutral candles a lot, and I really liked having that. I just really liked it. So it's been a lot of fun to kind of like modify these things, to pick what's going to fit in the space, to see if I need to change anything, to modify it when it needs to be modified. I've been really liking this part. I'm trying to think if I've ever done a modification on purpose rather than just, you know, like accidental personalization. And I can't think of that except this piece. This plaque right here has been something I've wanted to do since I started this piece. So it's been sitting in my brain for a year, and I finally charted out. These are all the colors that are the colors of my books. I wanted them all represented up here, and then the letters are in a Krynic. It's like a silver Krynic. I really like it. I really, really like it. So that's my hot to cold. I actually charted it initially the other way around because I don't know why. Oh, because on my floss card, it starts here, and this is the way I think of it. It goes around like this, cold to hot. So that's the way I charted it, but then I didn't like the look of it that way. I liked it this way better. So this is definitely going to be done. I have a plan in order for it to be finished December 31st. And it's doable. I'm like a day ahead already, so that's good, because I haven't been able to put it down. I've been using that as my Stitch 30, but I've definitely gone more than 30 minutes ever since the first like week and a half. I think after the first week and a half, I just was like inching to, like, that sprint to the finish line, that's here. That's here. So I finished my December calendar girls, and so I started a new piece. This is my very first Mill Hill. Starlight Santas is the first. Okay, so I looked this up. Out of all the Santas, every year they released 3 on a theme, and the first 3 are just like Santa heads. So they're not this same full body look. So this is the first one of those full bodies, and it's MHNS4. Northern Lights Santa. So it's my first time with perforated paper. I put all the threads on here. I didn't cut them down, which I don't know, probably should have. I marked all the symbols on here, and I wrote the color, and then I realized I probably didn't need to write down the name, just the symbol, but I don't know, it's what I did. And that's where I'm at. Look at that. So I started in the middle. They tell you to make like an X with pencil on the back, and where that X meets is the middle. So that was this mitten, and so I put that in, and then I wanted to work my way up to the top. So I put in the light beige here, counted to here and put in this green, counted up to here and put in that green, and then I did the brown, the darker beige color, and then I was able to put in this lighter beige. And that's the top, not quite to the bottom. It has its beads. This is how they come, but it's like 3 colors. So I will have to like take a look at them and separate them out a little bit, but I'm so excited for it. Okay. Oh. This one I don't want to just place on the floor. So I did this yesterday. That's just one day's worth of progress. I've been stitching a whole lot the last couple days because, like, a migraine and then getting sick. I've just been trying to rest and rest and rest. So I've been doing a lot of stitching. And then my treasure hunt bookshelf. This is a supersized max color version of Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. It is by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am on the third shelf over here. This is on 28 count, stitched 2/1 tent stitch. And I'm closing in on 55%, so it's at 54.93, I think, something like that. Let me move my fingers out of the way here. Isn't this so cool? Look at that, the lampshade or lantern pattern. These are teacups, like a stack of teacups, which is amazing detail for how little this is, and it's technically like 3 teacups in that little space. It's one thing to have, like, this seems about the same height as the little fox up here or somewhere. I don't know where he is. I can't do this upside down. This one, right here. See the little fox? But he's just one object. This is like the same height, but 3 objects. And then you've got these suitcases, and then you've got this object which comes down here. I think it might extend into this one a little bit, I'm not sure, but it does come down here. It's pretty big, whatever it is. Because of where the colors are, this is going to be something different as well. I don't know, you know me, we figure it out as we go. We don't look at the pattern photo that closely to see the details. We just stitch and we are surprised. So that was 8,786 stitches since 2 weeks ago. And you guys, by the next video, this is going to have 400,000 stitches in it. Crazy. So exciting. 400,000 stitches. That's nuts. So exciting. Okay, that's that piece. One moment. All right. So, let's talk plans a little bit. Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. That gets my 600 stitches a day. Temperature Library. That's going to be finished by the end of the year. Well, on the very last day, since it cannot be done any earlier, but I'm pretty certain that I will be able to be at a point where it can be done on December 31st. I have, I think, 24 projects, like counting that mill hill that I just started. So that's good. Okay. Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, Temperature Library, the Mill Hill Santa. I'm still debating. I think maybe while I work on the Mill Hill Santa, I can work on Queen of the Night and try to get those 2,200 stitches done and then pull out Father Christmas. which looks like this one. Father Christmas with toys. Yvonne Gilbert, Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a max color version. And it needs like 4,000 more stitches in this, in here. So maybe by my next video I'll have been able to get started on that one. My other Christmas stitching potentials are the following. I have 2 more Mill Hill Santas. Of the Starlight Santas, this one is Southern Cross Santa. This is Eastern Star Santa. I'm not really in like a rush to like make sure I work on those. If all I do is the one that I have started, I'll be fine with that. I think I'd like to touch all the rest of them at some point though. Christmas, what is this? Victorian Christmas bell pull. It says Christmas is for sharing, laughing, caring, and it has these 3 little scenes on it. Maybe I should make a goal. Like, what if I got this top part done where it says Christmas is for, and the gold around it. I do have some of the gold started. Not that much. I'm pretty sure that's the bottom corner on that side. And it's just backstitch, Christmas is for. Yeah, Christmas is for, and I got the bottom corner on whichever side. And so, maybe I'll do that. That will get me through, like, it'll give me something to work on, but also give me, like, a finishing point. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. This is by Lindy Stitches. I think getting this top border done would be a good stopping point also on that. All I have is the green in it. So, and I really like working with this. There's something like, I like the feel of the fabric, and the saturation of the thread is really pretty. It is, I don't know, is it one of these? Weeks Dye Works? Isla Morada? Isla Morada? I don't know. If this next project doesn't come out before Christmas, I'm okay with it, because to me it's wintry, not just Christmassy. And I still don't have a picture printed out except my little one that is over on my board. But it's no means. I hand-dyed this fabric myself. And this is where it's at, and I really, really, really want to stitch this one. But I have a feeling it might not happen before Christmas. The other pieces feel like I need to work on them before Christmas. This one feels like I can wait until after Christmas. Probably because I'm cold all the time in the winter, and so I feel like he can commiserate with me in like January. Okay, so those are my potentials. I've got a number of project patterns I've acquired. That I haven't shown you yet. This is called Enchanted Forest. It's by Owl Forest Embroidery. I bought this during they had a 5-year anniversary sale, I think, right before Thanksgiving. And I love this whole series and I want to do it. This is their first one. So I got that one. And they use their own threads. Some are variegated, some are less variegated. I think I'm going to convert them to, I think Weeks Dye Works is the brand I'm going to go with because they seem to have similar color variegations and they have a lot of options. And I don't really want to go looking around at a million different options. They're also cotton-based instead of silk, so it also keeps like the cost down while still getting that variegation. Anyway, I just keep taking this up and putting it down. I can't even tell you what I love most about it, but look, there's like a woodpecker and like toadstools, and I really like all the colors in here. I like this plant right there. And like the flowers, you've got tiny toadstools. This is a little butterfly right there. Little butterfly right there. So I don't have funds at this point to start that, but who knows? 2023, who knows? I've got, I got my first Stitch Rovia patterns, plural, because I couldn't just pick one. I think this was their Black Friday sale. So this is Northern Lights. I've loved that for a long time. Celestial Hoops. And butterflies. And then this was actually gifted to me many, many months ago by Megan of Stitching Moon. This is Villa Lorna. It is a photo that she took of a building in Norway that is a another country style architecture. I'm drawing a complete blank right now. One thing I really love about her, the patterns that she charts, is that she takes her picture and then she goes through this artistic like filtering process thing where she gives it this more painted look to it, and then she charts that. So I really, really love this. It's got like 45 colors or something like that in it. So it's not that oh yeah, 45 colors right there. It's 450 by 776. So it's still sizable, but because of the colors, it's not going to be very confetti heady. So I can see this getting started in 2023 because I'm insane and I need more full coverage. Hold that thought, because it involves other. This is Bluebirds and Mailbox. The artwork is by Daniel Joseph Durkin, and it's charted by Contemporary Cross. Look at that. I love it. I think this has like 50 colors. Aren't they so cute? Those birds trying to build in the mailbox, and I love this style mailbox a lot. Contemporary Cross is another small business like Megan. Paula, it's really weird for me to think of you as Paula because you're not Nixie. Anyway, she is behind Contemporary Cross, so they're coming out with new patterns all the time. She is, as you can see her website. And then this pattern, this is from the sewing shop. It's called Snowshoe Hair the 8th. Isn't that so cute? Let's see. This pattern was given to me also. I did not pay for this one. This is charted by Kaylee Tent Stitch, and I'm going to be test stitching it for her. So, this is getting stitched in whatever the year is next year. 2023. 2023. This is getting stitched. It's about 31,082 stitches, and I think there's like 50 colors in there. You might not think it because of how similarly colored, but the artwork is by Miriam Russo. Yes. Okay. So, I've got these charts by my friends. Okay, I've got Snowshoe Hair, I've got Villa Lorna, and I've got Bluebirds and Mailbox. I don't know, I keep thinking of it as Going Postal. It's not that. And I really want to stitch my friends' charts. The end. So I thinking that they all will get started in 2023. Yeah, because that is why I don't need more full coverage, and having more full coverage kind of is like, but I have so many things that I really want to get finished and accomplished, and adding more, is that really like a smart choice? But ultimately, like, it's not enough for me to like have their patterns and just sit on them. I want to be stitching on them at least a little bit every once in a while. So there you go. I have several new starts apparently planned out. Not really planned out because I don't have like a time frame for most of them. I think that's not everything. I have a giveaway to announce. Well, no, the winners, giveaway winners to announce. But I'm looking around and I think that is everything besides that. So, all my notes say that the only thing left is my giveaway. Oh, so I've been doing Flossmas, but making them shorts. So they're all like 15 to 30 seconds. I try not to make them any longer than that. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm playing around with it a little bit, just familiarizing myself because it's a different thing than I'm used to doing. So it's been fun. It's been fun to get to know, and not too frustrating. All right, my giveaway, which I had talked about on my 1-year Flossiversary, which was 2 videos ago, Flosstube number 22. It was for 1 to 3 stitch. I asked you to share something that you have been working on, something that you've been overcoming or have overcome, and yeah, and there are 2 winners from that. I have read every single comment and responded to every single one, so I hope that you've seen those. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. It can feel a little vulnerable to see something that you're working on, and some of you were so sweet. You were so sweet. Okay, I need to not cry because that's going to start my nose running. But even comments that weren't entering the giveaway, and just how sweet you guys were in saying how much my sharing of my own challenges helps you in your challenges, and in feeling that you aren't alone, and finding some measure of like acceptance and being okay, even in the midst of the hard things, because sometimes the hard things don't have an end. Sometimes the other side is not something that you can see, and maybe never will see. And then the other side becomes something mental rather than something physical. It becomes like searching out that place of acceptance, of saying, this is just where I'm at right now, and that's okay. It's okay that it's hard right now. I found this term mindful coping in reference to this kind of mindset, is that it's okay to say that life is hard. It's okay to say, to just name it what it is, and to not try to look on the bright side. But we can say, this is hard, and I'm going to get through it. I can get through this next minute. I can get through this day. I can get through this week. Whatever it is. There might not really be another side, but we can get through right now. It's hard, and you can get through it. And I think that's kind of the other side for me, is that some things you just can't forget. You can, I think, heal. You can integrate that darkness. Healing from trauma doesn't mean that you forgot. It just means that that event that you could not handle before, it was too much for your system to process. Now you're processing it. And it can take a while. And I think it's been very crucial for me to know that, like, sometimes that's just hard. Sometimes I'm affected more than I want to be affected. And I think it's important not to say but and I will get through it. And sometimes that's all it is. That all to say who the winners are. I wrote everybody's names down with a number, and then I used a random number generator thingy that Google so nicely provided for me. I don't know. And The winners are Sandy Wilson and Susie QNTX. So congratulations, Sandy and Susie. Please go contact me. I'll put my email in the description, but you can also contact me on Instagram if that's easier. Either way, what I will need is your email address for your 1-2-3 stitch wish list. And then I will peruse your wish list and send you a surprise from your wish list. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm also a little scared to go traipsing through somebody else's wish list and potentially see things that will end up on my wish list, but you know, we can all inspire each other in that way, right? Okay, I think that now that is everything. I think. I hope that whatever you've got going on this December, that you okay, this is always very hard because I do hope for peace and happiness for you. But I also understand that sometimes you just can't, and sometimes the holidays are the worst. And that you don't know when it's going to hit you, that hard thing. So I hope for peace and happiness for you. And if that seems too impossible, I hope that you feel the virtual love that I'm sending to you. You're not alone. You don't have to be alone. My DMs on Instagram are always open, and yeah. So, okay, don't cry. Don't cry. Or maybe cry, because then it's gonna loosen all the things. Okay, you don't need to know the status of my cold, sickness stuff. So, my love to you all, and happy December, everybody. Bye.